Is health coaching a viable career? I'm going to share in this video the pros, the cons, the stats about what it looks like to run a health coaching business if it's right for you. And if so, later on in this video, I'm going to direct you to exactly how to grow your health coaching business in today's day and age. Hey guys, what's going on? Uriel Kim here, CEO and founder of Healthpreneur. We help world-class health professionals build world-class health coaching businesses. A lot of people refer to me as the medical mentor because I mentor thousands of health practitioners and health coaches to take their expertise and scale it online. In case you don't know who I am, I started online with my first health coaching business in 2005. After many years of struggle, I built and sold that business, multiple seven figures, helped 500,000 people to better health, became a #2 New York Times bestselling author, appearing on shows like Dr. Oz and The Doctors and a lot of the biggest podcasts we now see online. In that process, about 8 years ago, a lot of other health professionals and coaches in our space started coming to me for advice like, hey, Yuri, how do I grow my business? And that's why I started Healthpreneur, which is now the world's leading company helping health professionals and health coaches build awesome coaching businesses. So I'm going to share some interesting perspectives with you here based on what I'm seeing in the data and what I'm seeing in real life. And hopefully this will help you make a good decision with respect to what you want to do with your career and your expertise. So if you're here, maybe you're already a health coach and you're looking to grow. Maybe you're considering becoming a health coach. And either way, I think this video will help you out. So let's look at some of the pros to start with. What are some of the good things about health coaching in general? So let's look at the vehicle itself. The health coaching industry is growing at a rampant pace of 6.5% year over year. So right now it's on pace, and I'm looking at the stats here, to reach $27.8 billion as a market cap by 2027. So if you're looking to get into a vehicle that is moving quickly in the right direction, health coaching is definitely where it's at. Even if you didn't know these stats, if you look on the internet, what are you seeing? You're seeing more and more everyday people, I shouldn't say everyday people, but experts creating health coaching certifications, whether it's through IFM or IIN or Mark Sisson, Primal Body, all this kind of stuff. It seems like everyone and their mom is coming up with new health certifications, health coaching certifications, and that's both good and bad. We'll look at why that is in just a case. But nonetheless, they see the big opportunity here because health coaching is a growing market. Why I believe health coaching is so powerful is because this will get me to the second point, and I'll come back to some of the data here in a second. I believe coaching creates transformation. And our whole philosophy is that you've got coaching and you've got doctoring. Doctoring is very transactional. It's part of this broken healthcare system that doesn't work. It's great for acute care. If you break your leg, go to the hospital. Cool. But if you've got a chronic condition, I think between us, we know the medical community is an absolute shambles. The broken medical matrix doesn't work. If it did, we wouldn't see all the issues we're currently seeing. Is like how much money has gone into heart disease, cancer, obesity, diabetes? Trillions and trillions of dollars. And how much headway have we made in those issues collectively? Little to nothing, right? You could argue, we made some headway. Cool, awesome. Well, why are we still dealing with these issues? Because fundamentally, we are not solving the root cause of these problems. And that's where health coaching becomes so powerful, is that health coaching is not transactional, it's transformational. It's helping people fundamentally become different people in terms of how they show up on a daily basis with their skills and their habits. Because it's not about going to the doctor and taking a pill. That doesn't solve anything. It's about, hey, you are overweight, you have the wrong habits, you're eating the wrong foods, we need to change that. Because if we don't, you are a ticking time bomb. And health coaching gets to the root of that. And call it whatever you want. Health coaching, becoming a functional medicine doctor who coaches clients, it doesn't matter. For us, we work with everyone from health coaches all the way through to medical doctors, to functional medicine, naturopaths, registered dietitians, physical therapists, personal trainers, and all of them are coaching clients. Because coaching creates transformation because it empowers the client to be more empowered and they take more ownership of their journey. As an example, yesterday I went to get a massage. I had a bit of a hamstring issue and I'm laying on the table and I'm being massaged. I'm having stuff done to me. And that's great. Like I definitely appreciate the occasional massage here and there. But I also understand that, in my experience at least, anytime I'm a passive recipient in a healthcare protocol, the results are not as great as if I took ownership of that. So instead of me just relying on massage, by doing work on my own, soft tissue, dynamic stretching, strengthening the muscles, all that kind of stuff that I can do as a client or a patient, I will improve the outcome for this specific situation. And that's why health coaching fundamentally is going to disrupt the entire medical system. Now, with that said, what's interesting is if you look at 2020 to 2021, there was a 31% increase in medical student admissions. So people going into medical school, according to the American Medical Association, 31% increase in people getting into medical school. And that trend is growing 7% year over year through 2020 to 2027, according to the American Medical Association. What I find interesting about this, and this is not surprising, I think when, with COVID, I think it exposed a lot of holes in the medical system. It also started to create a greater demand for medical professionals. But what's interesting is this increase, I don't think we're also considering what's happening on the other side, is we saw a tremendous it was just like a drain of health professionals leaving the medical system because there was forced vaccinations, there were people requiring to do stuff they didn't want to do, and they lost a lot of autonomy. So nurse practitioners, medical doctors, people just leaving the system. And although there was a rise in new people coming into the system, what I believe to be true, because I've seen this now for the past couple of years, is there are more than ever before medical professionals, nurse practitioners, people working in the system who are leaving the system because they are disillusioned. They are sick and tired of the model that no longer works. And so what are they going to do now? Well, they essentially either continue their work in a telemedicine or telehealth perspective, or they come along information like this and they start thinking to themselves, well, what would a coaching business look like for me? And so doctors and nurse practitioners and nurses are essentially becoming health coaches and helping clients virtually, even if they never saw them in person, helping them achieve better results than they ever would in a medical hospital setting. And I know for some people that's hard to believe, but I can tell you this because I see this stuff, guys. We are the world's leading company helping health professionals build coaching businesses. I see this every single day of practitioners that are burnt out. They're sick and tired of the system that is fundamentally flawed, and they want a better way to help people, including themselves. And this is what health coaching is able to provide you as a practitioner and the better results for your clients. So number one, we have a growing market. Number two, we have a true transformation that's being created amongst your clients because they actually are being empowered to build better skills and habits. Number three, for you, the practitioner, there is way more flexibility and freedom. You can coach people from anywhere. I started off in my early 20s as a personal trainer and nutritionist. I was working one-on-one and I was in a gym and I was in person with clients. And then after doing that for 7 years, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be able to be at home and work from home or work from anywhere, travel the world. And that's what I've been able to create. Has it been easy? No. Has it been worth it? 1,000,000%. And I would encourage you, if you've gone through any amount of health schooling, medical, whatever, you already have done the hard work. You have the most important thing that people want, which is expertise, technical expertise. But if you don't have the business expertise, it doesn't matter how good you are if no one knows who you are. So if you're looking to build up your business skills, you're in the right place. Keep watching because I'm going to show you at the end of this video exactly how to take what you know into becoming a viable business. So if you want more freedom and flexibility, time and location freedom, having a health coaching business is a very smart move. The other benefit of this is, it's kind of the wild, wild west. There is a lot of red tape around having designations behind your name. If you're an MD, RD, ND, these governing bodies want to keep you small and playing in a box so they can control you. But there is no jurisdiction with coaching, and that can be good and bad, right? Easy in, easy out. There are a lot of people who can become certified as health coaches over a couple days or a couple weeks. And that's also a very big problem, which we'll get into in a second. Very much like we see in real estate. Anyone can become a realtor. Like you take a weekend course, you can sell houses. Like, is that a good thing? I don't think so. But what it allows us to do is the opportunity to become more visible to your audience in a way that is not regulated. If you're an expert, can be very powerful. Because what holds a lot of amazing health practitioners back is the fear of the slap on the wrist of the governing body, because they're trying to get themselves out there and get seen, which is kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to come back to this in a second. Fourth opportunity is income potential. The average health coach in the United States earns between $50,000 and $75,000 per year. Quite honestly, I don't think that's a lot of money. Okay, like between you and I, we help our clients do that on a monthly basis in the service of more people and without burning out. So you have a growing market, you have time and location freedom, you have a business model that's fundamentally going to help more people, create true lasting transformation, and you have the opportunity to make a lot of money here, not at the expense of other people, in the service of other people. Okay, let's just get that straight. I'm not here to, you should be very wealthy as a health professional. And if you are not okay with that, please stop watching this video. If you watch any of my stuff here, you will constantly hear from me, you should be wealthy, you should make money, but it's always in the service of other people. Your bank account reflects the impact and transformation you are creating in the world. If you're not making a lot of money, you're not helping a lot of people, right? That's just the way it is. So although the average of 50 to 75 per year is kind of what most health coaches make, I want to challenge you to earn 10 times that amount, because a lot of people need your help, but if they don't know you exist, you're not going to make a lot of money and they're not going to get your help. So those are four of the big reasons I think health coaching is a very big opportunity. Now, a couple problems. Number one is market saturation. As I said, when you have a low barrier to entry, anyone can get into the market. And so you have a lot of health coaches, a lot of experts, and it becomes very confusing for the consumer. To add to this, you have a lot of multi-level marketing companies who are pushing product on people, and their distributors are called health coaches, which is quite honestly ridiculous. Because if you're selling a product, you're not a health coach. You're a distributor with a fancy label. And that makes it a little bit more tricky for people to discern who's an expert and who's not. If you're a medical doctor, you don't just become a medical doctor over a weekend. You went through 10, 14, 20 years of school in some cases to become a specialist. Everyone knows that. It's also why on the totem pole of trust, doctors have the highest level of trust. Whatever the doctor says, you do. At least my parents' generation does. Not me. We know better in some cases. Anyways, so number one is market saturation, okay? Two, obviously, is with respect to income, it's variable because you are an entrepreneur. Now, you can obviously work as a health coach within a bigger company. You can work as a health coach corporately, but why would you do that? I mean, if you have a big dream, you're going to build someone else's dream or you're going to build your own. If you have expertise that can transform a lot of people's lives and you are willing to learn the skills to build a great business that can allow you to live that life without killing yourself in the process, run your own show, right? You will help infinitely more people. You'll have a beautiful life. It won't be easy. I mean, you're going to have to earn your stripes. You're going to have to eat shit for a bit, right? You have to go through the process. And with that said, the third con is the burnout model. I want to be very clear about this. The medical matrix that we have all been sold into is the only way to help patients is one-on-one. Patient sees you, they get better. Patient sees you, you get paid. Patient doesn't come in, they're screwed, and so are you. You don't get paid. That is a fundamentally flawed model where your income is tied to seeing the patient or the client. How we help our clients do things differently is you get paid for an outcome, period. So if someone pays you $100 per session, okay, if now you're going to charge premium prices, like I would recommend you do, because the more people pay, the more they pay attention, and you charge $2,000 for an outcome, where a lot of people start going is well, how many sessions is that for the client? It doesn't matter. It can be one session. It's irrelevant. You have to dissociate the client results from your time. It doesn't matter how many sessions someone gets with you, because what you want to start to do is you want to productize your knowledge so that you as a service provider do not get bottlenecked by the single biggest constraint in any service-based business, which is the people within it, i.e. you and your time. So if you are open-minded to dissociating your time from the client results, you will help a lot of people, you will make a lot of money, and you will find your clients will get better results than they ever would if they just jumped on a call with you once a week for an hour to talk about who knows what. It is not a scalable model. And if it's not a scalable model, it is not a sustainable model. Let me go back to the massage therapist. So I went in for treatment yesterday, and I don't know how many sessions this massage therapist does on a weekly basis, but you can't scale a massage therapy practice beyond a certain point. Let's say he can do 6 sessions a day, 5 days a week. And let's say that each session is $100. So he does 600 times 5 is $3,000 a week, $12,000 a month. Now, not bad, but that's kind of like the upper limit for a massage therapist. Like that's as good as it gets. And then you're paying for overhead. You're paying for the clinic space. You're paying for whatever other stuff. And you are hoping that the people come back in to see you, because if they don't, you're not getting paid. By contrast, if you created a program, a coaching program that was based on a result, let's call it 3 months, and that client of yours was going through a curriculum that you created based on your expertise, that was layered on with some community of other like-minded people going through the same program, and on top of that, your coaching sprinkled in, you would have a much bigger and more viable business. You're not as special as you think you are. And I say that with all the love possible. I'm not as special as I think I am. Like right now, in our main coaching program, we have 405 active clients. I spend 3 hours a week with them. How on earth do they get results? We have an amazing curriculum. We have a whole team of coaches that support them with up to 5 coaching calls a day. But I don't do all the coaching calls. I'd go crazy. I'd jump off a bridge at this point. It's not to say that I don't love my clients and I don't love working with them. I do. But you have to build a business around the type of lifestyle and the type of impact you want to create. If you want to build a one-on-one business, that's great. Totally cool. I'm not here to judge. But you have to understand there are limits to where you can take that. And in most cases, one-on-one is going to take you to 10, maybe maximum of 20K per month, depending on your price point. If you're charging a lot less, you're going to make a lot less. So how do you scale beyond that? And it's not to say that 10 to 20 is not a decent amount of revenue, but again, it's business revenue. It's not take-home income. And I want you to think bigger. I think there's too many health coaches out there who are thinking so friggin' small. Just want to cover the bills, just want to make $1,000 or $2,000 a month. You're not helping anyone, including yourself or your family. Add a 0 to that. I want to make $100,000 a month. But Yuri, it's not about the money. I'm not saying it's all about the money. The money is simply a scorecard for the transformation you're creating in other people's lives. If you want to reach, teach, and influence more people, and that's your primary objective, good. The monetary stuff is simply how you, like the scorecard. Because the more people you reach, teach, and influence, the more money they will pay you, either by volume or by size of transaction, in terms of it's, $2, $3, $4, $5,000 for your coaching. So it's not about the money, it's about the people you want to serve. I want to serve 1 billion people in my lifetime. I want to build a brand that outlasts my life. I'm not saying that you should do that or everyone wants to do that. Not like by any means, most people don't want to do that. But you have to get clear about what it is that you want, because your business model will flow from that desire. If you just want to work one-on-one and charge $100 a session, great, awesome. But what happens if you want to take a trip? What happens if you want to take a week off? What happens if you want to buy that dream house? It's not going to happen, right? Here's the final thing I'll leave you with. Not everyone's going to be able to afford you, and that's not your problem. It's not your objective to help everyone on the planet. I'm a big believer in raising your prices, in premium pricing, because in life, you get what you pay for. The only caveat to that is wine, which I don't really drink, but you don't have to pay $1,000 a bottle to have a good bottle of wine. But in pretty much every other aspect of life, cars, houses, food, services, like you get what you pay for. If you look for the cheapest option, that's what you'll get. Pretty shitty service and pretty crummy value. Like you have to understand that you have expertise, or if you're going to become a health coach, you will have expertise that can transform someone's life. And for you not to charge accordingly is thinking small. And like, if you charge $5,000 for a health outcome, that's going to be a 3 or 4 month program. Yes, some people are going to say they can't afford that, but the reality is they can. They just don't want to spend it with you, right? It's like you have to develop the skills to be able to instill your conviction and confidence and be able to help someone so that they can see themselves parting ways with that or making that investment, because they will spend the money. They will spend the money. They're going to spend the money on winter tires for their car, or groceries, or rent, or kids' clothing. The money is guaranteed to leave their person. The only question is whether or not they're going to leave it with you in exchange for a transformation. And that's why you have to develop the skills of what it takes to become a successful business owner. Health coaching, you can work within a company, you'll be very limited to where you can grow. But if you want to do big things, you have technical skills, which will only get you so far. That's like you earn the right to play the game. But now you need the tokens to actually play the game and level up. And that's where you have to build the sales and marketing and business acumen to actually have a viable business. So people actually find you online. People actually know what it is you do. You know how to articulate your promise, your messaging to the market. You know how to differentiate and position yourself as different and better than all the other run-of-the-mill health coaches out there. Because in order for you to have a successful, viable business, even though the market is very saturated, that's amazing. It means that there's a lot of opportunity out there. But at the same time, you will become a commodity, comparing yourself to all the other health coaches. If you do not learn how to package, position, and prime yourself in the marketplace for your perfect clients to see you as the primo solution. So if you want help with that, here's what I want you to do next. This video has all been about the opportunity of a health coaching business. Is it a viable career? You better believe it is. If you learn the business building side of things. If you don't, you will simply earn the average salary that most health coaches make, and you will burn out, and you will be unhappy, and you will be broke. And that's not what I want for you. So what I want you to do next is, number 1, subscribe to this video if you've enjoyed this. If you want more similar videos to help you build a thriving career helping other people with their health, this is the place to be. Second, I want you to watch the next video that's going to come up right over here. And in that video, I'm going to walk you through the 3-step model that we teach our clients to help them attract leads, convert clients, and deliver results. If you want to become more visible to your perfect clients, if you want more people to come into your world and pay you premium dollars for your awesomeness, this next video is going to show you exactly how to do that. Thank you for hanging out with me. Uriel Kim signing off. I'll see you in this video next. There we go.